right-hand corner, tell me when they all say online, except for the original RMPT or whatever.
Custom RTMP.
Yes.
Unable to connect. Okay, we are online on Twitter, YouTube. We're getting twitchy, but not yet twitchy. Our faces aren't faced.
All right, we're waiting. Please wait.
YouTube? I also have 19% battery, so we'll see how that goes. All right, Twitch is online.
Okay, hello Twitch, hello Twitter, hello YouTube, and Facebook. Are we here yet?
Still sending data to Facebook. Does Facebook think they are the largest social media conglomerate by far on the earth? What am I looking for? SSIV or something?
Irvin Music Studio?
Of course.
We'll use that to check levels a few times. Just because I don't have a good monitoring setup. How's Facebook doing?
Ooh, it's taking their sweet time.
Is there any way to cancel it and have it try again?
I can like turn it off and turn it on.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Sending data. Oh, online. That was fast.
Online. All right. We're all happening. So I am Sam Irvin here in the music studio, the Irvin Music Studio in Asheville, North Carolina, for our weekly Wednesday 8 to 10 p.m. Live stream. That's just a casual way for me to catch up with friends and do music for music's sake, to have some fun. And today with me, I've got Zack Downs, who's most famous for drumming in Dino Birds, I think. And he's wonderful at being on his phone. He makes a better door than a window. And he's a great drummer. He works at Moog. That's how we met. And overall good dude.
Is this the thing?
Yeah, thanks for showing up. I asked you to be here like half an hour early to get ready, but you just sort of walked in the door as I was introducing everything.
I didn't know this was the thing, though. I was just coming to say hey.
I know, the thing. I need a better title for it. I'm glad you came to say hey. You made it onto. We made these plans like so long ago. So I don't blame. What's on your socks?
Oh, nice segue. It says, "A boy and his dog." I don't know if y'all out there in internet land can see that, but it's a dog. This appears to be some kind of yellow lab. I have a black lab pit bull mix at home. Her name is Lucy.
So that's not you in the picture
No,
on the sock.
No, that's not me. That's not my dog.
You're not the boy. It's not your dog.
I think the general vibe of a boy and his dog was what was just intended to evoke fond memories. My dog isn't dead, by the way. She's turning 10 this year.
That's good. You still have memories with her.
I do when I'm at work and I like need to cheer myself up. Not that every day isn't just a bowl full of laughs at the dream factory of Moog Music.
It's sort of the Willy Wonka
of the niche like, synthesizer world.
Yes, yeah. The synthesizer manufacturers. So I'm glad you made it by to say hi right on time for the live stream that I'm just calling the 8 to 10 p.m. Wednesday live stream.
Yeah, no, it's catchy.
Thanks.
I like it.
The Irvin, maybe that's the whole thing.
It's like the Late Show, but it's the 8 to 10 live stream from Irvin Music Studios.
On Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays.
That's a vital part of it.
Streaming on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram on a different view, a couple other ones, Twitter.
Twitter's in there. I tried to get LinkedIn, but you have to have 100 followers. So if anybody wants to find me or Irvin Music Studio,
ladies and gentlemen, hey, all of my loyal LinkedIn followers, let's give Sam the Zack Downs bump tonight.
You've got a big LinkedIn presence. I looked you up on LinkedIn today, actually.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you did your research.
Because I was trying to, you are a production supervisor at Moog Music Incorporated.
Yeah.
And your picture on LinkedIn looks like it's from about half of your life ago.
It's a wedding from 2014, I believe.
Okay,
Well, before I
so-
started working at Moog. I started at Moog.
Okay.
Actually, it was just about, no, you know, yeah, no, it was about a year later I started working at Moog in 2015.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that wedding is probably the one picture.
Oh, we started in the same year.
We did start and say, yeah, you started like 2 months before me.
Oh,
I believe,
okay.
right? April.
Seniority.
April of that year.
May or June.
I was June.
Then I guess I was May.
You were May. Okay.
Mhm.
One of us was May. One of us was June, and I'm certain I was June.
Okay. I was taking up a lot of space at Moog when.
You sure were, man.
Yeah.
It was hard to elbow my way in that building.
I was like, all right, guys, no need to hire anybody else.
Yeah,
I'm here.
sucking up all the air.
That's right. Yeah. So you went to this wedding before?
I
came to
did,
Moog?
yeah. I went to a wedding before I came to Moog. No, LinkedIn is such a funny thing. Like, you obviously use LinkedIn for in-depth research in advance of your podcast interviews, which I appreciate. I was actually driving here and I was like, I didn't get a request for like questionnaire for basic information. I'm pretty sure Sam, we'd known each other for, when was 2015? That was 7 years ago.
Yeah, I had you fill out a questionnaire to be my friend like 7 years ago.
That's right.
I don't know if you remember. So
of course I remember.
rummaged
But
that up.
there's a
from
lot
the
that's
file
happened
cabinet.
since then. And I know that your memory's not so good because of some poor choices you made earlier in your life.
I got hit in the head that one time.
Yeah.
Because I like hung that heavy thing, but I
We
didn't
all
hang
said,
it very
Sam,
safely.
do not especially don't stand under it as you're hanging it. Yeah, that was a lesson hard learned that day for you.
It was, and then I don't know if I learned it,
Did you not?
Well, because I keep forgetting it.
Oh, sure. But you haven't hung anything heavy directly above your head since then.
No, there is a disco ball right there off camera. The viewers will have to believe me.
It's a very cool disco ball, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm gonna spin it, see if
It's
we get
nice.
like just a little bit of the
A
reflection.
little light. Yeah, it only goes so far because it's hung with like metal.
And it's far behind this very bright illumination in front of us.
That's right. Because we're on a live stream right now. I'm going to bring it back to why I'm doing this. I get to see friends like you that I've had for a long time and bring up random facts about them.
Wait, what did you find on my LinkedIn?
Tried to pull up your birthday from the old recesses, but it wasn't coming. I found that you are a production supervisor at Moog. I was looking for a headshot for the post that I posted.
Oh.
And I did not find a good one on
You went to my LinkedIn for a headshot?
That's
my business profile.
Yeah.
It's the only picture I have of me in a suit.
I thought I would get like a nice professional headshot.
No, that's me at like 10 p.m. at one of my best friend's weddings. Not your wedding. You would be the other one of my best friend's weddings that I went to.
Yes, you were a groomsman.
I was a groomsman. That was a good time. No, this was a good friend of mine from high school, who I was in my very first band with, and my very second band, and my very third band.
Do you want to get him some attention online? Shout him out.
Might as well. Let's get the James Losey bump for the Sam Irvin podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
The Sam Irvin 8 to 10. Streaming on a variety
I'm
of
not
platforms.
I'm just the host. It's
the
the
Irvin Music Studios, hosted by Sam Irvin.
Sure, that might come at the end though. The Irvin Music Studio.
Yeah, it's a little redundant.
Wednesday 8 to 10.
Wednesday 8 to 10.
Live stream.
Colon.
Hosted by Sam Irvin. But there is the colon on Facebook, Twitch,
Twitter.
YouTube.
Tried to get LinkedIn.
Not LinkedIn
Don't
yet.
have 100%.
They have high standards on LinkedIn.
High standards on
Not
LinkedIn.
for profile pictures being up to date, but for
being classy though. That tie was a gift for that wedding. It was a nice green tie. It's one of my best ties that I have now. I feel like all the nice clothes I have were gifts because I don't buy nice clothes for myself.
I know. Yeah, this is pretty much my outfit now. That's what I'm trying to turn my life into.
Dude, that's a good
Just
look.
like plain shirt, khakis.
Regular fit khakis, yeah, some dope, comfy, leatherish shoes.
Right?
Yeah, those are tight, man. Let's look at your socks. What do you have on your socks?
You know, I should have worn some fun socks. I've got a collection of socks that have the presidents on them. Abe
That's cool.
Lincoln, Kennedy, Washington.
Do you have
Feels good.
46 pairs of socks, president themed?
I don't, no. Only like 5 or 6, but that would be a lot cooler
I
if
know
I
what to
did.
get you for your birthday.
Oh, yeah. There are like 40 more pairs are open.
Okay. I'll just take wild guesses at which presidents you don't have. If I had to guess the ones you do have,
Hmm.
Rutherford Hayes, number 1.
Oh, man,
Definitely.
yeah. Taft.
You got Taft?
I got
Oh man,
Taft.
that's a tough pair to
It's
get.
like, yeah, those are the wider. I don't wear them very
Yeah,
much. 'Cause
how
they
you
don't
fit into those things? It must just be around your ankles. Oh man. So we're talking socks.
We're talking music.
Yeah. Yeah, music stuff. Okay, the
You were in
James
these
Losey
bands.
Bump.
That's right. James Losey is the
Losey
guy
Bump.
whose wedding you went to, or the name
He's
of
the
the
guy
band?
whose wedding I went to. He was the bass player in all of these bands.
Okay.
And
What was the first? We don't need to go through all of them, but what was the first
no, let's
band
do them all.
called?
The first
Okay,
band was
sure.
called the Purple Egg Frying Chickens 5.
Mhm.
Or the 5 Purple Egg Frying Chickens, but we put the 5 at the end because we abbreviated
Purple egg
everything
frying
else.
chickens. Okay,
Yeah.
they're frying their own eggs.
the Purple Egg Frying Chickens.
So it's an egg frying chickens,
Yes.
or is it the chicken frying the egg?
Which came first?
Yeah, that's a good band name.
Right?
It's a real yeah.
We were in 8th grade
Votes.
at the time. And then shortly thereafter, we kicked out the singer and we formed the band Interruption, which we spelled with 1 R, not because we're cool, it's because we couldn't spell. And by the
So-
time we figured out that we had misspelled the word, we already had our GeoCities page all set up. GeoCities, for everybody who's born in the 90s and later, was what teenagers made their first websites on.
It's a little bit before
in the
my
90s.
my time. I
Yeah,
came in
you
at
were
the
young, aren't you?
MySpace. I
You were a friend of Tom.
12 and a half. A friend, Tom was my friend, yeah. I like to think we're still friends, we just haven't talked for a while.
Yeah. Have you logged into your MySpace page in the past decade?
I tried. There was like a trend like last year, the year before, where there's another website that can pull up all of the pictures you ever posted on MySpace.
Whoa, I don't want to go
That
there.
exists, so watch out,
Okay.
world.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And then the
did you
third-
spell it? Wait. I'm not done with that band yet.
Let's do it.
Did you spell it like Toys R Us?
With
a
a big
capital
R,
R in the middle?
huge R. No.
Into our options.
Into our options.
Into our options.
We didn't, but man, looking back on it,
Missed
hindsight.
opportunity.
Yep, and then the singer of that band moved to Delaware when we were starting our junior year in high school, and so we formed an emo band because we were all sad about the move and
Mhm.
girls and being nonconformists.
GeoCities probably wasn't there anymore. That's
No,
another
GeoCities
loss.
was long gone by that point. This was well into the MySpace era.
Mm.
And yeah, and that band was called Since August because we had been without the Interruption singer since August.
That's great. Was there some irony in this, or was this?
No, it was
Is
just
this like a joke?
just straight up descriptive.
Okay, great. Just a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
So
yeah,
that's 3 of your
this
bands.
is my foray into.
This was in Connecticut.
This was in
I'm
Connecticut.
gonna start coloring. I'm gonna bring up that questionnaire.
Okay.
So you were in Connecticut for a while.
I was from the day of my birth.
Mm-hmm.
Spent
you
some
born-
time.
Were you born in your hometown, like that you grew up in, or
I was
did
born
you?
adjacent to my hometown. I was born in
Mhm.
the city, to which my hometown is a suburb.
Ah, okay.
For which, to which, what is the preposition?
From which?
From which? Yes, because you start in the city and then you.
Your
go-
hometown is a suburb of the city.
Yes,
Yeah. So of which?
of which
Yeah.
my hometown is a suburb.
Of.
Thank you. Yeah, grammar, folks.
It's
Gotta nail it.
important question mark. In broadcasting, I like to be exact with my live stream.
I appreciate that. No, with the amount of research
No
that you
pun
do.
intended.
Oh, because that's my name. Oh my God.
Oh man, I
If
almost
I
missed
had a
it.
nickel.
I really
I
did.
love it every time. It gets me.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry.
You know how many times I'm hearing like somebody on a PA system or a broadcast, and they say the word exactly, because everybody likes to emphasize the second syllable in the word exactly. Oh, exactly.
Yes.
But like I'm over here somewhere else in the room, and I hear that, and you're having a conversation with somebody else about.
It's caused some serious neck problems for you.
I can barely turn my neck. Did you see how much I had to turn my body just to fake look over there?
Yeah, I did.
Stress.
I've been thinking about putting a little mirror right there.
Or a fake window to like a cartoon hillside.
That would be nice too, definitely.
Idyllic.
Mm-hmm.
Pastoral, even.
Yeah, it would make us feel a little less claustrophobic back here.
Yeah. I don't know. This is cozy. You got a plant?
Yeah, including the plant. Trying not to block the little trumpet guy.
Giant, you better drink some water if you don't want to block the trumpet guy.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it'll just look bigger.
So, folks, now that I have Sam distracted with his water, we can finally talk about this third band since August, which was the emo band that I was in.
You weren't done
describing. No, so much
okay.
to talk about where the name came from, why the members were different, the reasons we were sad, being high school 14-year-old. No, we were 15 years old.
Did you guys do any battles of
couldn't drive?
Battles of the band?
We did do battles of bands. We battled many bands. We never won one. We got second place basically every time. I say basically because I don't remember all of them because there were so many battles. But we never won a battle of the bands.
Dang. Basically, like your friend whose wedding you went to was the bass player.
Was the bass player of all three bands. So that's the through line. I never put it together until now. Yeah. All right, we are rescinding the James Losey bump from this podcast because we've determined that he is responsible for us losing all three bands. Hey James, by the way, 0 chance you're watching this podcast, but I love you, buddy. I don't actually blame you for losing any of those battles of bands. I was also in all three of those bands, so could very well have been my fault. Could have also been Mike, who was also in all three of those bands. Mike runs a very successful recording studio in Boston right now called Plaid Dog Recording. Given Plaid Dog Recording the Zack Downs and the Sam Irvin Wednesday night podcast from 8 to 10 bump.
I guess I'll vouch for it, like, through you.
You might as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they do out there. What if I vehemently, like, am against some of the practices?
You
like, do they use Behringer equipment?
No, gosh, no. Okay. She's got a beautiful 32-channel Toft audio console. And that's something that we'll touch on from later in my life, is my connection with the audio console at Plaid Dog Recording in Alston, outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
The suburb of Boston.
It's a suburb of the city of Boston, correct?
Yeah, that of which, yes, yep. Not gonna get there.
No, I appreciate your thoroughness with the grammar, though. This is something you don't get with most podcasts, is a host who will interrupt the flow of the conversation to double check that the grammar is accurate. If you are trying to learn English as a second language, I'm sure we have a lot of English as a second language folks, people, maybe refugees or recent immigrants who are trying to learn to speak the English language, and they're scouring the internet for obscure podcasts where they can just watch two people have a conversation about their lives,
about music,
about music.
We're here talking about we're making music conversationally.
Everything revolves around music. It's the through line of all of our lives. It's the infinite. It's the never ending.
You know, like our heartbeat is musical in a way.
Yeah, or God.
God, you're right. You got me. You got me there.
Solid homonym pun. That's another one that you guarantee you're going to get on the Sam Irvin podcast.
The English as a second language learners are definitely going to get those sorts of puns. where it's just a word that sounds slightly like another word. So, do you want to continue going through all the bands in your life?
We can, or we could fast forward.
Let's fast forward one moment. I'm going to take a quick break to make sure that everything's on track on the computer.
Oh, that was
check
what I
for
had my
comments.
that's what I was looking at my phone for.
Why don't you, let's just have dead air for a moment, and you
Latest
check the
from
YouTube.
The IMS, what's IMS? Irvin Music Studio.
There you go, yeah.
Wednesday evening live stream featuring Sam. Hey, there's me on my phone. That's me throwing my hand out in the air about 8 seconds earlier because there's a slight delay.
Okay, great. Can we hear it?
I'll turn it up. All right, y'all, you're going to get some weird echoes right now.
Okay, great. Can we hear it? It sounds good to me. What do you think?
I think it sounds great.
Our dulcet tones are coming through.
I don't really have dulcet tones. I've got like a permanent hoarse
I'm hearing that
sort
now.
of tone in my voice.
Yeah, a little noise in there, like if you were a synthesizer, you'd have a nice noise generator.
Just mixed in
that
at about
potentiometer.
8 o'clock, 8:30.
That much? Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Slightly.
Yeah, just a little bit. I thought we were thinking all the way around. I don't know why I went there.
Have you ever played a synthesizer?
That's why
You've been out of the game for too long.
That's right.
You've been out of the game for too long.
You're gonna give me a synth lesson for the live stream.
Yes. Yes, I'm gonna do that.
No, tell me about your bands. So you went to New York, Ithaca, for college.
Correct. You probably got that from my Facebook page.
I didn't scour your Facebook but I did scour your Facebook pics.
That's the first place I would go, but you can tell that I don't do this for a living. This is the professional.
This is where I make all my money.
Mm-hmm.
This is the bread and butter of Irvin Music Studio right here. Hanging out with a friend, talking grammar, making jokes about, capitalizing one letter in the middle of a band name, talking socks. It's hard work, but somebody's got to do it.
It seems to be paying off. How do you afford plants like this? Just teaching lessons.
All that green, Yeah.
So, New York, you're right.
Thank
I did
you
go
so
to
much.
New York.
Get us back on track.
Was in Connecticut for a period of my life, to the point where I graduated high school, went to college at Ithaca College in upstate New York.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then later you left college.
Later, I left college for reasons that I graduated
right.
from said college. But actually, I left New York before I graduated.
Oh, really?
Weird story. I spent my senior year.
This wasn't my question here.
I moved to Los Angeles for my senior year. It wasn't an intentional move at first. I was intending to spend first semester of my senior year in Los Angeles doing an internship and taking a few classes at a satellite campus that Ithaca has through our communications school out there in Burbank. And so I did that, but at the same time, the sixth band that I was ever in, there you go, the two guitarists from that band had graduated Ithaca the year before me. So they graduated the same time I was leaving to go spend my senior fall semester in Los Angeles. And they both moved with me to Los Angeles, and we played shows in Los Angeles as that band while I was in school taking classes and doing an internship at a recording studio. And that was a whole heck of a lot of fun. I had just turned 21, which was great. Dangerous, but a lot of fun. A lot of responsible decisions being made by me and those around me.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Your memory is intact.
It is intact. I remember all of these, surface details about that time.
Great.
Yeah.
Like the bad traffic.
The traffic. Oh man, you can't get around the traffic. You just gotta live with it, or leave, I suppose.
Ride a bike, but then
you don't get anywhere.
Right.
You're stuck. You're walking in LA. That's a song.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just remembered that I need to do something else on the computer. I'll be right back, but keep telling me about...
Folks, now that Sam is distracted with other duties of hosting the podcast, I can tell you a little about the illicit things that I did in Los Angeles.
Uh-oh.
So there was this one night. We were out. We were doing all sorts of terrible. I thought this was the point where you were supposed to like cut the thing off and say there were technical difficulties.
You're muted right now. It's okay. You can say whatever you want.
And it was wild. So crazy. This guy was over here and he was like, yeah. No, I saw him in the corner and I said, you come here. And he wasn't coming, so I punched him right in the face. It was crazy. It was crazy. And then we all got arrested.
That's great. I can't believe you would say that on my live stream. I just wanted to share it on Facebook. I've been thinking about, like, I shared the little flyer that I made. Did you see it?
I did not see it. No, I was at a dog's birthday party right before I came here.
Great. Was it at one of those dog bars?
Nope. It was at the dog's house.
Oh, okay.
Which is a human house. He doesn't
have
a dog house.
You guys were in the front yard with a little tiny dog house?
We were in the living room eating dinner, and the dog was there with us.
Okay.
This dog, however.
You guys weren't eating dog food, right?
We were not eating dog food. No, I had a delicious Philly cheesesteak sub. It was amazing. I'm not gonna hype the restaurant though. They haven't earned it just yet. They haven't earned the Irvin Music Studio podcast bump. A couple more subs from there, and I'll let it fly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see if we ever tag him in it. So you were at a dog's birthday party?
I was at a dog's birthday party before I came over here. That's why I wasn't able to see the beautiful, I assume it's beautiful, flyer that you made.
Oh, yeah.
The show.
It's gorgeous. Oh, man. The shade of
Describe
green.
it to me. Yeah, no.
There's a very specific shade of green.
Like this.
It's like that if it was brighter. Yeah. A little bit more blue.
I can see it.
Yeah? Okay, great. Yeah, the flyer, it's got a picture of you and a picture of us playing at the Social back in the day, playing the most appropriate music.
Yeah, from Dino Birds stuff.
Yeah. And then a Dino Birds logo. Oh, I should say that I also, in the post, I started writing the post and I was like, oh, I could drop the EP that we recorded last year alongside this live stream. So I did.
Excellent.
The full album is now available on YouTube and Bandcamp. I made music videos for the first 2 tracks, and I really thought I was going to do it for like all 12 tracks or 15 tracks, but then I realized I wasn't going to do that.
15 tracks.
It's something up there. Yeah. I think it's because there's a couple of ABCs, so I think it's 1 through 6.
First movement, second movement.
That's right. Yeah, chopped it up a bit. Yeah.
As you should. Folks, you should check out this EP. It's a real test of endurance to see if you can make it through the whole thing.
That's right. Yeah, how distracted do you want to be from any task at hand and just sort of like get that look on your face?
That's the face.
Like, that?
We'll show you later. We're going to play some of that stuff for you coming up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, tease it for sure. Oh yeah, we're gonna get some snare going. Definitely some snare. Some.
There's another thing.
Do shoot. It's got knobs.
Car.
Probably. It doesn't feel right, but I'll give it that. We'll play the car.
We'll see.
Like that OK Go video.
Yeah, they played car.
Yes, let's scrap everything we've got planned and just bring...
Should we make a giant Rube Goldberg and just have that be the rest of this podcast is us making the thing?
That'd be cool. To play car?
We make a Rube Goldberg device that plays car.
Okay.
For us. We like drop a ball on a thing and then it rolls and then it knocks over.
Gotta be careful dropping stuff.
Well, no, I know, especially with your proclivity for hanging heavy things in high places.
Yeah, that
directly
scares
over
me a
your
little
head.
bit. So it won't be too heavy?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Man, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I saw you tense up. I saw the sweat start to drop. No, This is going to be nice, tiny, round, shiny marble. Dropped from a high enough height could have the potential to kill, but we're not going to drop it anywhere near that high, maybe like slightly lower.
We're using your car, right? Because I don't want mine to get
Are we
dented.
not using your car?
I don't
Yours is the
know.
car that I had in mind.
Mine's a very musical car, don't get me wrong, but
That's the
I
thing.
don't know
My
if I
car
wanna
hasn't been
dent it.
tuned in ages.
But so check out the new Dino Birds album. I'm excited to have dropped it. Have you? I sent the thing to you a long time ago.
Oh, like
Yeah. This is a heavy drop. It might hurt some heads out there. Anybody who
yes,
listens to
in
it.
more ways than one. Yeah.
You've seen the videos. I'm proud of those videos.
They're good videos, and you have become quite the cinematographer, quite the editing person, editor of the video editor,
chief. Yeah.
chief editor.
Check out this angle right now.
Editor and chief.
I'm pretty sure that's where the video ends, at least for
Is it over there? And this is the
somewhere like that.
Are we miming it? And then
Right
I think
here.
right around here is where the
yeah.
bottom is. I can't push it any further down.
I've been trying. I'm restricted with this new webcam because the cord it came with only extends about that far. I'm not sure
It's a pretty
how to
loose
find
cord,
a
though. You've got
replacement
slack.
cord. But then it starts to pull the camera back.
Oh, and then
Wait a
it'll
bit.
tilt. And yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of strain relief?
Is this a band?
It could be. It should be. It's a
Yeah,
decent
it's a
band
good one.
name.
Strain
That's a
Relief.
really decent band name. Should we start a band called Strain Relief?
Maybe, or like a whole new project, but it's just a subsection of the umbrella Dino Birds. So it's like Dino Birds : Strain Relief.
Yeah.
Is this anything?
Or an album? Maybe an album name.
Could be an
Dino
album
Birds,
name.
Strain Relief.
We've got like 4 albums out now, or collections.
Do we really?
Yeah,
That's so many.
they're out there. It's like an ongoing project.
We're still doing that?
I hope so. It's a hard conversation to have on this
like
live stream.
Every time we end a show or leave a rehearsal begins an indefinite hiatus.
That's right. Yeah. It's an experimental sort of duo project.
The music is experimental.
Mm-hmm.
The project in its conception was experimental.
Yes.
And its ongoing existence continues to be experimental.
Right. Yeah. Like yeah. We never really talk about it, or do anything with it. But the possibility is always there. And that's that's freedom.
Truly. And that's America.
It's an American duo.
Mm-hmm. This is really inspiring, I think, for all of our ESL refugees and new immigrants to the country who are here learning English. They're learning puns. They're learning grammar.
Yes, they too can start a duo that never practices.
Never.
And that
it's antithetical to the band Dino Birds to practice.
That's right. If you use the word improv enough, it means you don't have to practice.
Yep.
That's
the lesson for you kids at home. Everybody who's learning about music, practice gets you nowhere.
I don't know if I can endorse this. Is it being in part of Irvin Music Studio?
I'm confused. We're talking about the wild success of Dino Birds being a direct result of a lack of practice. And then
I don't know. I could never support myself on Dino Birds. It's this live stream that brings in all the dough.
That's fair. Dino Birds has
let me down a little bit.
We
are successful in honor.
And in joy.
Mm-hmm.
Accepted.
I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for sharing.
Oh yeah, no, and there I wasn't going to throw a caveat in there.
Okay.
No, let's just leave it at that. Just joy.
Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full-fledged, bright light.
Yeah.
Joy.
We are rich in debt from
the opportunity to pay people back.
Yeah, from unrealized investment into the Dino Birds project.
Yeah, we shouldn't have spent so much on those huge Dino Birds helmets.
But you know what? I don't think that we would have come out of it having had the same experiences and the life altering journey that it was to acquire those helmets, and then what we did with the helmets.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if we had never worn,
I'm crying.
it's been big. Yeah, if we had never bought the helmets, but sort of like, and then bought the really expensive light bulbs to go in them, and then like burn our faces off, and like got the facial
I'm sorry, I've heard this so many times, but for
I
the
know
viewers,
it's boring, but they don't know. We got the facial replacement surgeries, but there was a mistake, and we got each other's faces, and we saw what it was like to like walk a mile in each other's faces.
Worst week of my life.
It was pretty great for me. I miss it.
No duh.
But yeah, then we got them switched back, and here I am in this face. Yeah.
You're doing great though.
Thanks.
I'm really proud of you.
I know. What? Like, yeah. I think I need another helmet. I think that's the plan. It did protect me from stuff dropping on my head.
Freeze frame and then like.
Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah, that was it.
That's good.
Yeah.
It felt good.
This isn't live though, right? You're gonna like cut that.
Yeah, and that'll be the end of it. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So. No, wait. I'm kidding. What time does the clock say over there?
The clock says 8:41 p.m. I have to assume because it's dark out.
Okay, great. So we still have plenty of time to talk about music.
Music. That's what we're here for.
That's right.
Oh
yeah.
Gosh.
You're like number 10 on the live stream.
In serialized. Yeah, not like most interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Chronologically.
Chronologically, the 10th.
No, this is actually pretty fun. This is an interesting one. Although I've had some other interesting
Tell me about
ones.
the more interesting ones that you've done.
The more interesting? You want to just feel the hot jealousy burn? Like our faces inside this helmet?
You can try.
Okay.
My friend TJ was on this podcast several weeks ago.
TJ Mills.
TJ Mills.
What
Shout
a great
out.
dude.
Getting
Yeah.
the TJ Mills bump. The bump squared.
Up. Yeah, he's at Moog.
He is at Moog
as well. And he's also doing some live streaming stuff, some events like in his apartment where he did a live stream of a performance of that band, Boat Command. That's right. Dual dialogue. Oh. Okay. Thought you were going to join me there for the... Let's not get too blue here. What is this?
I had that sub. It was really good.
But
it is just sitting right here. It was a Philly cheesesteak sub.
Oh, okay. Submarine. That's
what
why they
form
call
do
it a
you get
submarine.
Yeah, because it just dives.
I'm not a big cheese guy, so the Philly cheese part doesn't
You're not a cheese guy.
appeal to me.
Do you know this about Sam? Devoted listeners?
For me, it's a no thank you to the cheese.
No thank you.
Know what I'm saying?
You know, to go further back in my life, and this is something that I intend to carry forward with my daughter, is my mom would make, whenever there would be something on our plate that we didn't like the look of, that we didn't want to eat when we were kids, we being me and my brother, she would say, okay, have a no thank you bite. And the no thank you bite was the bite you had to take and swallow before you could say no thank you and not eat the thing.
That's a good rule.
You were forced to at least try it because we were notorious for just saying something looked gross, even though it might have tasted good. I would never let her win though. Even if it was something that I liked or was ambivalent about, I would still have to make the face that no thank you. And thus began my illustrious acting career.
I'd say you've come a long way. That's where I wanted to go, but you were so talented back then. That's the story that you're
But we're here to talk about music.
You're not acting. Although, what is acting but the music of the stage?
I don't know.
Okay, fair. I had a little 6-year-old piano student today tell me that she needed to go tell her dad something. It was like right as we sat down to the piano. And I was like, well, I'm sure you could tell him after the lesson. She's like, no, it's pretty serious. And I was like, oh, well, what's going on? She's like, I got to tell him that I have a stomach ache. And so we went into the other room, and she told him that she had a stomach ache. And he was like, uh-oh, then I guess you can't go to school tomorrow, and we're going to have to go see a doctor, and you might have to eat some medicine. And it's this whole to-do, and you could see the little gears turning. About, like, is this worth it to ditch this piano lesson?
Aw, she was trying to ditch you.
Yeah, but then we ended up having a fine time.
Those little 6-year-olds are so crafty.
They are, yeah. Savvy. Tricky.
I quit my
she's a cute
piano lessons when I was 6 too.
Oh, you did?
I get it.
With stomach aches? Consistently
No,
quit 'em,
with
or quit
hating
one time?
sucking at the piano.
Yeah, that's a tough thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
I thought that I was going to start piano lessons, and then after the very first lesson, I would be Elton Johning and Billy Joeling my way up and down the ivories.
As one does. Wait, no, as one doesn't.
As one definitely doesn't. I learned the hard way. So yeah, 3 months after starting piano lessons and FACE and all good boys get. What is the thing?
All good boys get does fine. Good.
Every good boy does fine. All right, we got it. Third try. We were both musicians.
Oh, you're talking about the lines
The lines.
on the
The
staffs.
Yes, because
Yeah.
with piano lessons came learning to read music.
That's right.
And that's when I gave up on reading melodic music and decided I could handle drums.
When did you start drum lessons?
I started drum lessons when I was 8 years old.
Okay, so there's like a little bit of a 2-year
Yeah, well, I got
vacation from.
a little bit. My parents got me a tiny drum set when I was maybe for my 7th birthday.
Okay, that's
Might
when
have
I
been my
got a
6th
guitar.
birthday. And it was this, sheet aluminum wrap thing with paper drum heads. The sticks were like this long and about the width of a pencil. But it was so much fun. I got so psyched with it that I decided I wanted to play my school talent show as a 7-year-old, having taken no lessons yet. Remember, I started when I was 8.
Right.
With this paper drum set, and my parents humored me the whole way. They carted the drum set to school for this talent show. I figured out the song from the Free Willy soundtrack that I wanted to play along to. And got all set up, ready to go, and I chickened out on stage.
That's
On
so sad and
stage, I
cute.
sat at the drum set and I chickened out. I
You
was like,
sat
I don't
there.
know how to play the drums. I don't know what I'm doing. There's so many people out there.
Oh no.
This was just an idea in my head that I let go way too far. And that was my first lesson in hubris.
Excellent. That's great. Music's good for that.
Music is great for that.
It'll
Yeah.
really knock you down a peg.
Oh yeah, so I think stand-up comedy is probably the only thing that'll do it faster.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We're getting some comedic notes in here.
A few. Has any of this been funny?
I don't know. We'll check
we
the
check the-
comments.
Check the comments.
Let's
Should we do it right now?
check that. Yeah. Should I share? Okay, I never got back to this. I shared the flyer on various Asheville Facebook groups.
3 watching.
All right, that's up.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This is probably better than TJ.
I think so. Although somebody, I think it was TJ, or maybe it was Paul's, commented on Twitch. I don't know WTF this is, but I love it.
Oh, I saw that.
That was
comment.
great,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
rad.
I really appreciated that. So if anybody's watching and wants to brighten our day and let us know that you like it,
And if you don't know WTF this is, there's a description, at least on the YouTube page. I don't know. I've never been on Twitch. I don't know what that is. I think video gamers use it.
that's right. It's for live streaming, but it doesn't save them, like archive them in any way.
Oh, okay.
But YouTube does.
Disappears
Yeah,
into the ether. It's the Mandala platform.
that's right. Yeah, people can remember things differently about the way things happened, and there's no way to prove it
That's
after like
wild.
3 weeks back.
Has humanity ever existed like that before?
Where people
Talk
have
about
different
experimental.
conceptions of an event that's happened.
Yeah.
I think pretty much we're all on the same page, except for Twitch, and how video games were played.
I don't want any part of it. Can we cut the Twitch part of this stream out, as a matter of fact?
Twitch doesn't need any more shout-outs. They're doing just fine.
Yeah.
I ran into a videographer / sax player, but he was videographing at a wedding that I played in the snow last weekend before last.
You were in the snow?
I played in the snow.
Oh, it was snowing.
On Saturday.
That's right.
Yeah. It was great. I loved it.
What global warming?
I made a snowball. So that proves it.
Good story.
Yeah. Like the story of the senator. Who did that?
Oh, right.
He walked in with a snowball. It was like, told you guys.
There's global warming. How did
this happen?
Snowball, yeah, it's trying to. Difference between climate and weather is kind of tough for some folks.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Sure are. We sure are.
Gonna die. Oh Lord.
Oh, best to laugh.
Oh yeah. Was I even talking about
You did a wedding,
impending existential doom?
Yeah. We talked
Twitch.
about the socks.
Oh, there's this other. That he was recommending a place to live stream, beststage or something.com.
You got me. I'm so far out of computers. I feel like an old fart.
He was talking about how I was being a little sarcastic earlier, but a good part of his income comes from live streaming and just playing with a group like in his home studio live, like one night a week.
Sure.
And collecting tips.
Yeah.
I think that's a super cool idea.
Yeah, there's a guy that I went to high school with, Doug Perry, getting the Doug Perry bump.
At Doug Perry.
I think it's Doug Perry. Might be Doug Perry. Actually, I have no idea. I've never been on Twitch, but sometimes he posts them on Facebook, his live streams. But he streams on. He does. Yes, that's the through line.
Okay. Yes.
He posts on streams on Twitch and makes a fair income doing that. I believe playing video game theme songs and soundtracks with a live band.
Oh,
And he's a heck of a. His instrument is mallet percussion.
Oh, okay, cool.
Marimba, vibraphone, xylophone, etc.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Check him out, Doug Perry.
Doug Perry, yeah. There was a great. I saw a band like that a few years back at the Mothlight, the dearly departed Mothlight.
Yeah, saw that. I was there.
You were there.
Bit Brigade. Getting the Bit Brigade bump. Say that 10 times fast.
No, it's not. Somebody was playing Zelda, and then the band watched pretty frantically the player who's playing the game, and as they entered a dungeon, band was cued to start the dungeon music, and it was really interactive in that way. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, well, and they'd get as much as like the little transition little pieces when they would like complete an episode, and it would do the little or whatever it was.
Yeah, when you got a heart piece.
They were on it. Yeah,
totally. Yeah, I would love to see that, but it takes like a week, and like the audience is there shouting out where the guys should go.
It's like a game the guys never played before. They're doing speed runs of these classic NES games. So it takes like 45 minutes to beat the whole game for these guys doing speed runs. But yeah, have him play a game he's never played before. He's dying constantly, so the band has to keep starting over.
The band knows all the music, but the guys never play it. So.
That's it. Oh, that would be torture. I don't want to be in that band. That sounds like literal hell.
That sounds like a Twitch stream, though. Like a good 10-hour Twitch stream.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That then never gets saved.
So Twitch is hell. Got it.
Yeah. Unless you're watching this on Twitch right now, in which case, I love you.
Go suck eggs.
Okay. Well, what else? Oh yeah, so I've posted the flyer. That's very beautiful. Around
green. With green.
Exactly. Yeah, a little bit bluer, brighter green than that plant.
Sure.
I do have a specific green for the Irvin Music Studio brand the hex key. Is it a hex key?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hexadecimal.
Thank you. Hexadecimal? Hexadecimal key.
Sorry, consonants get messed up in my mouth sometimes. I have a big tongue.
That's okay. I forgive you. Well, yeah. So I could start the stream and share the live stream to all of those Asheville Facebook groups. Maybe we'll do that on the break. But maybe not. Like Wax. Got to post on Wax.
The only time I posted on Wax music related, I just got a bunch of laugh faces. I don't know if my soul fortitude can take another drubbing from the wax community.
Yeah, that is the epitome of getting laughed at on the internet. Yeah, wax. Well, did we get to the end of your history?
I don't even know if we like scratched the surface.
You went to LA.
I went to LA.
You were 21.
I was 21.
Give us the...
I'll give you the cliff notes.
Yeah.
I
Not
played...
that this is like a... Not that all of the guests are telling their history or anything.
Sure, but we're talking about music, and I'm here.
Yeah, you know, life is sort of musical.
Life is sort of musical. My life's been pretty musical. And let me tell you about the time from when I was 21. I was living in LA. I played in 2 bands, primarily. Played drums for, on different occasions, probably like 16 or 20 other bands while I was out there. You just kind of have a way of collecting. If you have a community of musicians, like people want you to drum on this project, they want you to fill in for a few shows. You end up playing a 4th of July party at the director Roland Emmerich's house.
Whoa!
Which was a ton of fun.
That's awesome.
It was really rad. He was in the midst of construction of a pool house for his pool that was costing $3 million to build this pool house.
He must be doing a lot of live streams.
He's probably doing a lot of live streams, maybe some film stuff too. I would have to assume. Can't all be live stream. But anyway, yeah, this is very music related.
Good.
Let's
get into some
$3 million pool house, which he intended to have finished for this party. It was not finished. So he bought a 30-foot by 60-foot American flag and hung it from corner to corner over this massive pool house. And the band set up in front of the pool house, and it had these like Greek steps, like you're in front of the Capitol building, going down in front of the pool house with these big columns with eagles, golden eagles on either side. It was very patriotic.
Nice, that's rad.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
That band was called Space Cock. Our logo
Space Cock?
No, like a chicken.
Oh, okay.
Like a chicken in space.
Or like a gun.
No, chicken astronaut.
Oh, okay, not like a gun?
No.
Okay.
No, this is a family podcast.
Right. I thought we were talking about America. For a second. A chicken out in space? What's the space part?
America does space.
That's true. Not Russia. As good.
Not as good.
Yeah.
They do space, though. You can't deny they do space.
You're right. I overstepped.
While our astronauts are in space with their astronauts.
They are.
Yeah. And let's not blame the Russian people for what's going on in the world presently.
Wasn't trying to blame. I'm just saying that our astronauts are the best astronauts.
That's true. You're absolutely right. I just didn't want
shout out to the astronauts.
All the astronauts, cosmonauts.
Well, the American and all of
slightly
them, like,
slightly
on
lower.
Another level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roscosmos. Okay.
Okay.
And that was the point of that story.
The space rules.
Yeah, and America first.
Yes. Oh God! Right. You want to play some music?
Let's play some music, man.
That's pretty much your life story.
That's it. It's all the important parts.
Well, thank you, Zack Downs, again for being with me on my Say It With Me, the Irvin Music Studio.
Hosted podcast
night,
8 to
live
10,
stream from 8
to
10 p.m.
on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch,
Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Not LinkedIn, because
they LinkedIn, I tried. Their standards are too high.
How many of your podcasts end with a high five?
I don't know.
This is the first one, and it's the best one.
Okay, so we'll be right back. We're going to take a brief break. Instagram will still be able to hear us, just a heads up. But this feed, I'm going to give the please wait. My student commented, don't practice. Noted. So thanks for that. All right. We'll be right back.
It'll be great. It'll be fine.
Okay, we're back. And I'm gonna make my pedalboard sort of larger. I'm gonna cut you off just a little bit. Although, I'll get more of us. Oh yeah, I should say welcome back, everybody. We're getting everything set up. We're going jam. I bet that if I sit right here, people can see me. This is great. They can see my feet. I got a camera on the foot pedals. What are we doing with these? Is it out to in?
Yeah, if you take your
Like clock out?
rock out.
You doing gray?
Blue. Rock out with your clock out.
Okay, so we've got the mix from all that. Your mother's a good volume?
I think so.
Okay. I've got everything about the same coming in, but I might tweak it because I'll have the same mix you have. I need to turn off that mic.
Should have brought drumsticks.
Did you not?
No, I did. That was a joke for the people.
Ah, that's hilarious. I'm glad you said the people. I'll take this Instagram feed. Blah! Okay.
Woo!
Okay, so I especially feel like the condenser is going to be mostly hot.
That's you, world. There you are.
What? Okay, I can't tell if that's too hot or not.
I don't know. We could ask the people.
Oh yeah, let us know if we sound weird or not.
Yeah, Gray Murray, let us know. I don't know. We could ask the people. Sounds good to me. We'll see if the drums are too hot. This is cool, little trash. Yeah, this is exactly the type of music they were looking for at the social. I don't know why we were the only people there at that gig.
Right, why didn't more people walk into the door where it hurt to be in there?
Concrete box, very small. Anyway, yeah. We get the idea. Is that you? Oh, yeah.
Get that synth under control.
So sorry. I was supposed to be giving a synth lesson. Here I am abusing the thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, why do I keep doing it?
You know, I could probably just add like a compressor to each of these inputs so we don't keep blasting each other so hard.
Oh, sure.
Let me do that real quick. Would you give me some waiting bossa? Hey, what's up?
So you better figure it out. Nobody wants to watch this. How many sounds can my voice make? So many songs.
That sounded great.
Is that you? That just sounded so funky and cool. Keep doing that.
That's me, dude. Yeah.
No way. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to the handful of folks who are being so patient and kind. Take a bathroom break. There's the camera. Go get a snack. Grab a Coke. Come on back in about 3 minutes. We'll have this all set up for you. It'll be 3 minutes, right?
There's something like that. I don't know.
Did you know that the sides of the cymbals kind of sound like the bells sometimes?
Definitely that one.
Definitely not that one. Here's this cool thing. When you lick the stick, there's a tip for all you future drummers out there. Lick. That's been somewhere tasty. Then run the bell on the cymbal, you get some really creepy sounds. Oh, horror movie soundtrack right there. Let's see what this one does. Now it's not tight. to come see this in the social. It was so relaxing and cool and fun and restrained and neat.
Do you want to try for restraint?
No.
Is that what you're hinting at?
We keep trying for restraint and we keep wanting to bust out.
We do, but is that? Oh, that's me. liked it without the compressors on. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I think I liked it without them.
Yeah, there you go.
Boop, boop, boop. Did you just give a wink to the camera? Here, do you want to check the YouTube again?
Why not?
I guess we've only got...
Let's check the YouTubes. Here I am staring at my phone. -8 seconds. Oh, wait, play. There we go. Oh, I paused it way long ago. But the soft parts sound good.
Okay, great.
Whoa, that synth is distorting like something that distorts a whole lot.
Oh, yeah. The synth soloing.
Pleasurable to listen to.
That's okay. It's still a learning process. I'm thinking about this as like season 1
For sure.
or season -1.
Stay tuned for season 2.
That's right. Yeah, finally get a sound engineer.
I bet you could get a UNCA kid or something to come and do this, or an intern credit or something.
Yeah, I should get in the program somehow. Let's see. What do you think? Any adjectives?
Adjectives. Odd.
Okay, great.
Five.
That's up your alley, all right.
Shabadoo, shabadee. Shibbity boop.
What do you think? Do you feel fulfilled?
I do.
You feel like that was a jam?
I haven't played drums for more than like 3 minutes at a time in 2.5 months.
You've had your hands full.
I have my hands full of newborn baby. Yes, indeed.
That's right.
We can talk about that next week on the Sam Irvin, 8 to 10 Wednesdays on Twitch and Twitter and not LinkedIn, but Facebook if it connects in time, and sometimes on YouTube. Also on MySpace, GeoCities. I think we talk about LimeWire, Napster, Morpheus.
No, not LimeWire. No, if somebody's downloading this.
Yeah, you can get it for free. If you're paying for this, then you are a sucker.
Wait, don't go that far either. I want to be right in the middle of them not paying for it and paying for it.
Okay, so you're like taking money out of their pockets without them knowing.
No, more like
in-app purchases. That's how they get you.
Possibility to pay me is there. Yeah, but I think that title's gonna stick. Thank you for that.
Sure.
And I will talk to my next guest about your newborn baby.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cover that. I think next week's guest is
Dean Merritt. Dean Merritt, good dude.
I think.
Love Dean.
I'm pretty sure that's my next guest.
Yeah. If it's a different Dean, I'm sorry. You're not as cool as Dean Merritt.
Yikes.
You should have Dean Merritt on the show. But I think we did talk about this, and it is Dean Merritt.
Okay, sounds
so
good.
it's going to be Dean Merritt whether it was going to be or not.
Right, yeah. And we'll talk about your baby.
Great.
And thank you so much for being here, Zach, for jamming with me, for
Yeah,
chatting
it was a pleasure.
with me.
No, truly it was a pleasure. It was a good chat. Awesome hanging with you, Sam. Thanks for having me.
Ditto. Thanks for having me host you. That's what I mean by
Anytime. Let's do it next week.
Great. Okay, well, maybe a 10 to 12 live stream.
Ooh, okay. I like this.
We'll do
yeah,
the
the Conan hour. Let's do it.
That's right. Okay, we'll talk.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
All right, bye, Sam.
But in the meantime, bye, Zach.
Bye, Sam.
Oh, I hope that mic was capturing any of that conversation. If not, I'm going to say...
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Zach. Bye. Now that microphone can hear us. Bye. Bye. I think that mic probably heard
Yeah, I was picking us up pretty good.
Okay. All right. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.